Soft evening light settles across the island, and the hush of the shoreline drifts in like a quiet invitation. The sand feels warm even as the day begins to fade, and the tide folds gently over itself in a slow, rhythmic pattern. A calm atmosphere surrounds everything, creating a sense of peaceful anticipation for the journey ahead. A faint glow rests above the horizon as the sun lowers behind the sea, shaping the water with soft golds and pale pinks. The breeze moves steadily across the coast, carrying the scent of salt and the warmth of the day. It feels like the perfect beginning to a slow exploration of Aruba's landscapes and stories. The island stretches calmly in all directions, offering its mix of beaches, rugged desert paths, colourful streets and quiet coves. Each part of Aruba seems to hold its own gentle rhythm, waiting to be discovered step by step. The stillness of the moment prepares the mind for the places that will follow. Close to the water, tiny ripples catch the fading light and shimmer like scattered stars. The soft sound of the waves brings a steady comfort that feels timeless. It offers the kind of calm that invites deep breaths and long, unhurried thoughts. The shoreline begins to glow a softer shade as twilight grows. It becomes the first chapter of a journey that will move from one peaceful space to another, beginning with Eagle Beach and its quiet stretch of white sand. Each place will offer a new way to drift deeper into rest. Beyond the beaches, the island holds a different beauty with cactus-lined trails and ancient stone formations inside Arikok National Park. These rugged landscapes reveal a side of Aruba shaped by wind, sun and time, forming a gentle contrast with the calm shoreline. The journey will linger there before moving onward. Further along the way, the colourful streets of San Nicolas and Oranjestad will bring soft bursts of character and culture. Their bright facades, local flavours and gentle evening pace will unfold gradually, showing how different corners of the island express their quiet charm. These moments will blend naturally into the restful flow of the story. The northern coast will offer solitude with its tall lighthouse and wide open views of water and rock. The steady presence of the sea creates a sense of calm that stretches far into the horizon. It will serve as one of the quietest parts of the journey. Beneath the surface, the clear waters hold coral reefs and small schools of fish moving slowly together. Their movements create a peaceful underwater world that adds to the gentle rhythm of the island. This chapter will drift lightly, allowing the mind to follow the slow patterns of the sea. As the story continues from place to place, it will settle into a final evening of music, meals and quiet moments under a calm island sky. Each part of Aruba will unfold softly until the story ends where it began, beside the water. With the night growing still, the mind gradually finds its way toward rest. Welcome to Bedtime Travel Stories, where soothing tales and gentle narrations take you on a tranquil journey through the world's most enchanting places, right from the comfort of your bed. Unwind and travel with us as we explore the globe one story at a time, helping you relax and drift into a peaceful sleep. The day begins quietly along the wide stretch of Eagle Beach, where soft white sand curves gently beside the clear shoreline. Morning light settles over the water without hurry, shaping the surface with faint streaks of turquoise and pale green. Each small wave rises and falls with an unbroken rhythm that feels steady enough to calm the mind within a few breaths. Far off, a pair of divvy trees lean in the direction of the trade winds, their branches shaped by years of soft and steady breezes. Their curved silhouettes add a peaceful character to the beach, standing like two patient guardians watching over the quiet scene. The sand beneath them holds long, delicate shadows that stretch toward the sea. Seabirds glide overhead with slow, controlled movements, their wings catching the warm light as if floating on invisible currents. They circle for a moment before drifting farther down the shoreline. Their quiet presence adds a small sense of motion to an otherwise still morning. As the sun climbs slightly higher, its warmth spreads across the sand in a gentle, gradual way. The air carries a faint scent of salt mixed with the softness of the approaching midday heat. The temperature rises slowly, creating an inviting warmth that encourages long pauses and unhurried steps. The footprints left behind on the sand appear briefly, only to be smoothed away by the next sweep of the tide. This small cycle repeats again and again, giving the moment an easy, comforting rhythm. The beach seems to breathe in its own slow pattern, allowing time to pass without any sense of urgency. Close to the shore, the water is clear enough to see thin ribbons of sunlight ripple across the sand beneath the surface. Small fish move gently between these shifting patterns, gliding through the warm shallows with an ease that matches the quiet tone of the beach. Each subtle movement adds to the feeling of calm that surrounds everything here. The breeze strengthens just slightly and moves across the palm fronds farther inland, making them sway in an easy, relaxed motion. The sound of the rustling leaves blends naturally with the soft wash of the waves. Together, they create a calm harmony that fills the scene with subtle texture. Nearby, a few shells rest along the sand, shaped smooth by time and tide. Their soft colours blend with the beach in a way that feels understated but comforting. Each one seems like a small reminder of how slowly and quietly the island evolves. As the light shifts through late morning, Eagle Beach continues to hold its calm atmosphere. The sun brightens the sand without harshness, and the water maintains its clear, gentle colour. Everything remains steady and warm, offering a perfect beginning to the journey across Aruba. The scene settles into a peaceful balance, creating an environment shaped for rest and reflection. Here, along this quiet shoreline, the story finds its first true moment of stillness before drifting onward to the next chapter, where Palm Beach will reveal its own gentle character and evening breeze. Palm Beach gently shifts the rhythm of the island as the day stretches toward the late afternoon. The shoreline here feels a little livelier, yet everything still moves at an easy, unhurried pace. The calm water glows with soft turquoise light, and gentle ripples shape the surface as though guiding the mind into a quieter state. Tall palm trees line the edge of the sand, their long fronds swaying with each passing breeze. The movement is slow and steady, creating a natural pattern that seems perfectly matched to the relaxed tone of the beach. Their shadows stretch across the sand in thin, wavering lines that shift with each subtle gust of wind. Farther out, the water deepens into slightly richer shades of blue, where the gentle motion of the sea becomes even more balanced. Small boats drift at a relaxed distance, barely moving as they rest on the smooth surface. Even from afar, they add a sense of stillness to the scene, as if the entire area has paused for a moment of calm reflection. Along the boardwalk, sound softens into a pleasant murmur. Light conversations drift by, mixing with the subdued notes of music from nearby cafes. The atmosphere remains unhurried, shaped by people strolling with no particular agenda, and the easy rhythm of the island settling into the evening. As the sun lowers, the light becomes warm and golden, spreading across the surface of the sea like a soft blanket. The glow reflects gently onto the sand, creating a sense of comfort that seems to stretch in every direction. This warm, slow shifting light brings a feeling of ease that deepens as the day moves forward. A subtle scent of grilled seafood and warm spices begins to drift through the air as evening approaches. It blends naturally with the salt carried by the breeze, creating a soft impression of the meals that will fill the night ahead. The gentle aroma adds a quiet richness to the atmosphere without disrupting the calm. Shorebirds move lightly across the edge of the sand, stepping in and out of the shallow water with simple, effortless precision. Their movements feel almost meditative, tracing patterns along the beach that fade as quickly as they appear. Every small detail adds to the peaceful balance of the moment. Farther down the shoreline, the breeze strengthens slightly, creating a soft rustling among the palm fronds. The shifting sound blends with the steady rhythm of the waves to create a calm harmony. It feels like a natural bridge between the late afternoon and the early evening that follows. As twilight begins to form, the water holds on to its last traces of colour, reflecting pale golds and deepening blues. The scene settles into a quiet serenity, shaped by the warm light, the soft breeze and the steady movements of the sea. Palm Beach closes the day in a tender calm that lingers long after the sun slips below the horizon. In this gentle transition from afternoon to evening, Palm Beach offers a peaceful chapter of the journey across Aruba. The soft glow, subtle sounds and warm air create a setting designed for rest, preparing the way for the next part of the story, where Aruba National Park will reveal its rugged desert paths and hidden coves. Aruba National Park shifts the island's rhythm into something quieter and more rugged, where the open desert stretches across rolling hills and ancient formations. The morning sun warms the land with a steady glow that reveals soft earth tones from pale sand to deep stone. This landscape feels timeless, shaped by wind and patient years, and it invites the mind to settle into a slower, more thoughtful pace. Cacti rise from the ground in tall, expressive shapes, reaching upward with a quiet resilience. Some stand alone in the open terrain, while others gather in clusters that cast small patches of shade on the warm earth. Their stillness adds to the peaceful atmosphere, creating a sense of calm that reflects the strength of the natural world around them. The trails wind gently through the park, following the land's natural curves and leading toward hidden corners of the desert. Each path feels like an invitation to explore, moving steadily through wide open spaces before narrowing into sheltered passages surrounded by rock. The ground beneath each step carries a soft crunch, offering a grounding rhythm that keeps the pace unhurried. Ancient limestone formations rise from the desert floor, shaped by centuries of wind and weather. Their surfaces hold layers of soft texture, with edges smoothed by time and patterns carved by nature. Standing among them feels like entering an old, quiet story where the land speaks through shapes rather than words. As the trail continues, gentle slopes reveal distant views of the coastline. The sea appears in muted shades of blue, resting far beyond the hills, yet close enough to soften the sharpness of the desert landscape. The contrast brings its own sense of balance, reminding the viewer of how the island contains so many different moods within a small space. Wildlife moves with deliberate grace through the park. A small lizard pauses atop a warm rock, barely shifting as the sunlight settles across its back. Birds glide overhead and circle slowly before settling in the cacti or disappearing beyond the ridge. Their quiet presence adds subtle movement to the stillness, making the landscape feel alive without disturbing its calm. Farther along, the trail descends toward a hidden cove where rugged cliffs meet the water. The sea gathers gently here, its waves moving with a deeper tone than the open beaches of the island's western shore. The soft rumble of the water against the rocks creates a steady rhythm that blends with the desert breeze to form a peaceful harmony. The air near the cove carries a faint hint of salt mixed with the warm scent of stone. Sunlight reflects off the surface of the water in shifting patterns, creating a soothing glow that dances across the cave walls and nearby rock formations. The interplay of light and shadow brings a sense of quiet mystery to the space without dimming its calm. As the day moves toward late afternoon, the colours of Arikok begin to deepen. The landscape shifts gradually from bright earth tones to rich golds and warm browns, shaped by the sun's descent. Everything takes on a softer outline, creating an atmosphere that feels hushed and restful in every direction. In this setting of desert trails, ancient stone and hidden shores, Arikok National Park offers a gentle retreat into the island's natural heart. It becomes a quiet bridge within the journey across Aruba, connecting the calm beaches to the colourful towns ahead. The story will now drift onward to San Nicolas, where art, history and soft island character blend together in peaceful balance. San Nicolas brings a gentle shift from Aruba's natural landscapes into a place shaped by colour, creativity and quiet character. The streets open slowly into view, lined with buildings painted in soft pastels and brighter tones that glow warmly under the island's sun. The atmosphere feels relaxed and welcoming, offering an easy contrast to the rugged desert paths of Arikok. Everything moves at a slow pace, allowing each detail to settle comfortably into the moment. Along the walls of the town, Murals rise with graceful lines and soft curves, blending local stories with imaginative themes. Their colours range from deep blues to warm reds, with gentle transitions that feel soothing rather than bold. Each mural invites a pause, encouraging the viewer to take their time and absorb the layers of artistry without any rush. The artwork feels like an open conversation carried out in calm shadows and warm light. The air in San Nicolas holds a familiar mixture of sea breeze and faint hints of local cooking. A soft scent of grilled fish and warm spices drifts from small eateries tucked between the murals, creating an inviting combination that settles naturally into the peaceful tone of the town. People walk at an unhurried pace, holding quiet conversations that blend into a gentle background murmur. Everything feels balanced and unforced. As midday passes, the light softens slightly, giving the streets a warm golden glow. Shadows stretch gently across the pavement, creating subtle patterns that shift as the breeze stirs through the town. A few bicycles move slowly through the streets, their tyres making a soft, steady sound against the ground. The scene remains calm and unhurried, shaped by the simple rhythms of the afternoon. Farther along, small cafes open their doors to the warm air. Inside, the faint clinking of cups and the gentle hum of conversation create a peaceful atmosphere that brings a sense of comfort. Local flavours make their way into the moment, from tender stews to refreshing fruit drinks, each blending naturally with the slow pace of the day. It becomes easy to linger here, wrapped in the calm energy of the town. The murals continue to appear around each corner, each one offering a different mood. One may show an elegant figure formed with soothing curves and warm colours, while another might feature a gentle ocean scene that echoes the calmness of the nearby coast. Nothing feels hurried or crowded. The art seems to breathe with the town, moving freely with its quiet streets and friendly atmosphere. As the afternoon deepens, the sounds of San Nicolas soften even further. A calm breeze moves between the buildings, carrying with it a subtle warmth that feels steady and grounding. The play of light and shadow across the colourful walls creates a peaceful glow that shifts slowly as the sun leans toward the horizon. Everything becomes gentle and reflective. A short walk from the main streets leads toward the coastline, where the sound of the sea grows stronger. The waves gather and fold against the shore in a slow, rhythmic pattern, complementing the quiet charm of the town. The soft light from the late day settles over the water and glimmers against the rocks, adding one more layer of calm to the experience. By early evening, the colours of the murals grow richer under the warm glow of street lamps. The town feels peaceful and serene, shaped by soft light, gentle artwork and the steady presence of the sea. San Nicolas becomes a quiet chapter in the journey, offering a moment of creativity and warmth before the story moves onward to Orangestad, where colourful streets and local flavours will unfold with their own gentle rhythm. Orangestad welcomes the journey with a gentle blend of colour, calm energy and soft island charm. The town unfolds along the waterfront in warm shades of coral, mint, butter yellow and sea blue, each building carrying its own gentle personality. Morning light settles across the facades, giving them a soft glow that reflects in the calm water of the harbour. Everything feels warm and inviting, shaped by a balance of movement and tranquility that comes naturally to this part of Aruba. Along the quiet streets, the architecture reveals a mix of Caribbean ease and Dutch influence. Gabled roofs rise gracefully above the storefronts, while shutters and trim add delicate bursts of colour. The shapes feel playful but never loud, creating a peaceful harmony that moves steadily with the rhythm of the day. The gentle blend of traditions makes the town feel familiar and distinctive at the same time. Soft footsteps echo lightly along the cobblestones as people move through the early hours. Some walk toward the shops opening for the day, while others sit on shaded benches beside flowering plants that sway gently in the breeze. The scene carries a sense of calm activity, shaped by friendly greetings and the quiet murmur of life beginning to unfold. Nothing feels rushed, and even the busier corners of the town remain grounded in an easy, unhurried pace. Small cafes open their doors to the warm air, each offering a comfortable place to pause. The scent of fresh pastries drifts outward, mixing with the aroma of brewed coffee and sweetened milk. A hint of coconut bread and tender pastacci fills the air, creating a soft invitation to linger for a moment. Breakfast here feels like part of the rhythm of the town, simple and quietly comforting. Farther along, shop windows display delicate crafts, soft textiles, and handmade jewellery inspired by the colours of the island. The items inside catch the light in gentle ways, creating reflections that shimmer softly across the glass. Browsing through these small stores feels peaceful and unrushed, shaped by quiet conversations and the steady flow of the day outside. Near the water, the harbour moves with its own gentle rhythm. Boats drift calmly in the clear, shallow blue, their reflections swaying like slow-moving brushstrokes across the surface. The soft sound of the tide against the dock creates a soothing backdrop that blends seamlessly with the rest of the town. The breeze brings a faint scent of salt and warm sun, adding one more layer to the calm atmosphere. As midday passes, local flavours begin to fill the air. Small restaurants prepare dishes rooted in the island's traditions, from mild stews to grilled fish, seasoned with warm spices and citrus. The scent drifts gently through the streets, creating a quiet sense of comfort that complements the slow pace of the afternoon. Meals here feel connected to the land and the sea, offering nourishment without overwhelming the tranquility. Palm trees move gently along the edges of the waterfront, their fronds shifting lightly as the breeze passes through. The slow movement blends naturally with the sound of laughter from a nearby cafe patio, where people talk softly over cold fruit drinks and warm pastries. The combination of natural and human rhythms creates a peaceful harmony that settles easily into the moment. As the day leans toward late afternoon, the colours of Oranjestad become richer and more vibrant. The walls glow warmly under the shifting sunlight, and the reflections in the water deepen into deeper shades of blue and gold. Everything feels serene and grounded, as if the town is preparing to ease itself gently into the evening ahead. Oranjestad becomes a quiet chapter of colour, warmth and gentle flavours, adding a soft sense of balance to the journey across Aruba. The story will now drift toward the northern coast, where wide open views, rising cliffs and the steady presence of the sea will shape the next peaceful moment of the trip. The northern coast of Aruba begins with a sense of openness that feels different from the soft beaches and colourful towns that came before. Here, the land stretches toward the sea in wide, rugged shapes, where cliffs rise above deep blue water and the wind moves freely across the landscape. The shift is calming in its own way, offering a quieter, more expansive space that settles naturally into the rhythm of the journey. The California Lighthouse stands at the edge of this landscape, its pale stone glowing softly under the daylight. The tower feels steady and grounded, watching over the coastline with a quiet presence. Light reflects gently off its surface, creating a calm contrast against the blue of the sky. The surrounding area opens into broad viewpoints that allow the mind to drift without boundaries. Around the lighthouse, the ground is shaped by coarse sand, weathered stone and sparse vegetation adapted to the sun and breeze. The textures change beneath each step, from smooth patches of earth to scattered rocks, warmed by the afternoon light. The land carries a feeling of history in its shape, as though the wind and sea have carved it patiently over time. Far below, the water moves with a deeper voice than on the sheltered beaches of the west. Waves roll toward the base of the cliffs in slow, steady patterns, sending soft spray upward each time they meet the rock. The sound is soothing rather than strong, shaped by the constant rhythm of the open sea. It creates a peaceful background that carries through the entire coastline. The breeze grows stronger here, brushing across the landscape with a steady, cooling touch. It gathers the warm scent of sun-baked stone and the faintest hint of salt from the water below. The air feels clean and expansive, giving the entire area a sense of clarity that makes each breath feel smooth and slow. Even the light seems to travel farther in this part of the island. A narrow trail leads along the cliffs, revealing long views in every direction. To one side, the land rises in gentle slopes marked by scattered boulders and tall cactus silhouettes. To the other, the sea stretches endlessly, shifting between shades of sapphire and soft teal as the sunlight moves. Walking here feels like stepping into a space suspended between earth and sky. Occasional bursts of movement appear in the distance as seabirds glide along the edge of the cliffs. They rise with the wind and drift smoothly across the open air, their wings barely shifting as they follow the currents. Their flight adds a quiet sense of grace to the rugged landscape, reminding anyone who watches how deeply connected the island is to the sea. Farther along the coast, small natural pools and hidden inlets appear between rocky formations. The water gathers in sheltered spaces where it settles briefly before returning to the waves beyond. Sunlight reflects in soft patterns across these calm patches, creating shimmering pockets of brightness against the stone. Each one feels like a quiet, private moment within the wide landscape. As the day shifts toward late afternoon, shadows begin to stretch across the cliffs. The warm light brings a golden tone to the rocks and deepens the colour of the sea below. The lighthouse stands in this glow with a peaceful stillness, its quiet presence marking the coastline with gentle strength. The entire scene settles into a soft balance that feels both grounded and open. The northern coast becomes a chapter of wide horizons, patient stone and the steady voice of the sea. It offers a moment of deep calm within the journey, shaped by wind, water, and the quiet watchfulness of the lighthouse. The story will now drift beneath the surface, where the next chapter explores the gentle underwater world that moves in slow patterns beneath Aruba's clear, warm waters. Beneath the clear surface of Aruba's warm waters, the world becomes calm in a different way. Sunlight passes gently through the sea and settles in soft patterns on the sand below, forming shifting ribbons of gold that drift with the movement of the waves. Everything slows the moment the surface is crossed, and the quiet of the underwater world begins to take shape around the listener. The water feels warm and steady, with only the faintest currents brushing past. Each small movement creates delicate ripples that shimmer across the sea floor. Coral formations rise gently from the sand, shaped like soft ridges and rounded towers that have grown slowly over many quiet years. Their colours appear muted at first, but reveal warm notes of coral pink, soft green and pale yellow as the light shifts. Small schools of fish drift through this landscape with effortless grace. Their movements create the gentle rhythm of the underwater scene as they turn and glide in slow, unified patterns. Silver flash appears along their scales when they catch the sunlight, creating a soft sparkle that disappears as quickly as it forms. Watching them brings a deep sense of ease, as though time slows to match their gentle pace. Near the coral, slightly larger fish rest in small pockets of shade, moving only enough to keep their place in the soft current. Their calm behaviour sets a soothing tone for the entire scene, making the underwater world feel steady and grounded. A few venture out for a slow swim before returning to the shelter of the reef, adding subtle moments of motion that feel peaceful rather than energetic. Sea fans sway lightly, their thin branches drifting with each passing current. The movement resembles the slow, natural breathing of the ocean, rising and falling in unhurried waves. Tiny fish weave between the branches, creating small patterns that shimmer like threads of light. The gentle choreography brings a sense of harmony that settles comfortably into the quiet surroundings. Farther along the reef, soft coral forms wider shapes that resemble rounded cushions and branching sculptures. Sunlight settles gently across them, revealing textures that shift with the water's motion. The reef feels alive but peaceful, shaped by slow growth and the steady touch of the sea. Its stillness creates a soothing backdrop for everything moving quietly around it. A sandy stretch opens beyond the coral, where the water becomes even clearer. Here, the gentle slopes of the seafloor appear in soft gradients that fade into pale blue. A single ray glides across the sand with smooth, unbroken movements. Its wings move in slow, graceful sweeps that create faint clouds of sand before settling again. The scene feels calm and timeless. The sound beneath the water is subtle and steady, made of soft clicks, distant currents, and the faint hum of the sea moving across the reef. The quiet invites deep breaths and relaxed thoughts, creating a sense of weightlessness that feels soothing and grounding at the same time. Even the light seems to move more slowly down here, drifting like a gentle tide along the sea floor. As the underwater journey continues, small moments of colour appear unexpectedly. A bright blue fish darts slowly between two corals before resting in a patch of filtered sunlight. A yellow shape moves with deliberate ease through a narrow opening in the reef, then disappears again into gentle shadow. Each moment feels calm and unhurried, adding soft notes of brightness to the tranquil world. The underwater landscape becomes a peaceful chapter of drifting light, quiet motion and slow, steady patterns. It offers a soothing pause within the journey across Aruba, shaped by the natural rhythm of the sea. The story will now rise back to the surface and drift into the gentle hours of the evening, where soft music, warm meals and coastal calm will guide the next chapter. As evening settles across Aruba, the island begins to soften in a way that feels gentle and inviting. The heat of the day fades into a comfortable warmth, and the sky deepens into shades of amber, rose and soft violet. Palm trees sway lightly as a calm breeze moves inland from the shore. Everything shifts into a slower rhythm, creating a peaceful transition from daylight to night. Along the coast, small lights begin to glow as cafes, terraces and seaside restaurants prepare for the evening. Their soft lamps cast warm reflections onto the sand and water, creating amber ripples that move gently with the tide. The air carries the scent of warm spices, grilled fish and tropical fruit. Each aroma blends naturally with the steady salt of the sea, forming a comforting mixture that settles quietly across the shoreline. Live music drifts through the air from open patios where musicians play unhurried rhythms on guitar or steel pan. The melodies are calm and rhythmic, shaped by smooth chords and soft percussion that match the easy pace of the night. Listeners gather without hurry, some leaning back in wooden chairs, while others walk slowly along the waterfront, letting the gentle sound become part of the moment. Evening meals unfold with the same unhurried comfort. Plates arrive with mild stews, fresh seafood, grilled vegetables and warm plantain, each carrying flavours shaped by the island's traditions. The food feels both simple and satisfying, offering quiet nourishment after a long sunlit day. Light desserts with fresh fruit or coconut create a soft finish that fits naturally with the tranquil mood of the night. Farther along the coast, the waves move in steady, slow patterns as they roll onto the sand. The sound is soft and constant, shaped by the calm wind that brushes across the water. The ocean reflects the colours of the sky, turning from warm gold to deep blue as the evening progresses. Each wave leaves a thin trail of foam that fades gently back into the sea. Small groups walk at a relaxed pace along the beach, leaving footprints that are smoothed away by the tide. Their quiet conversations merge with the sound of the waves and the distant music from the terraces farther down the shore. Lanterns and soft lighting guide the paths, casting warm glows across the sand and giving the beach a peaceful, dreamlike quality. As the night darkens, the breeze cools slightly and carries the scent of the sea farther inland. The sky becomes scattered with faint stars that appear slowly and quietly, adding a soft sparkle above the palm trees. The calmness deepens, creating an atmosphere where time feels unhurried and each moment seems to stretch gently forward. Some choose to rest on quiet terraces overlooking the water, sipping cool drinks made with citrus and fresh herbs. The sound of the sea below creates a soothing background, and the warm lights from nearby patios add a comfortable glow. The conversations here drift in soft tones, blending with the night air in a gentle harmony. Farther away from the shoreline, the streets of the town grow quieter. Windows glow with warm light, and balconies hold small plants that sway in the evening breeze. The soft hum of nighttime activity creates a peaceful background that feels steady and familiar. Even as the night deepens, the island maintains its calm rhythm. The evening becomes a chapter shaped by warm light, gentle music, and the soothing presence of the sea. It brings together the flavours, sounds, and feelings of Aruba in a relaxed and steady flow. The journey now nears its final moments, where the conclusion will return to the quiet shoreline and reflect on the soft, restful atmosphere of the island at night. Night settles gently across Aruba, carrying the last traces of warmth from the fading day. The coastline glows with soft points of light from the cafes and terraces that line the shore, each one reflected in calm patches of water that move in slow, steady ripples. The sky deepens into shades of indigo and soft violet, creating a smooth backdrop for the quiet stars appearing far above. Everything begins to settle into a peaceful hush that invites the mind to rest. The breeze becomes cooler as it moves across the sand, brushing lightly against the palm trees. Their fronds sway in calm, rhythmic patterns that match the gentle pace of the waves. The quiet sound blends naturally with the soft murmur of distant music carried from the shoreline. It all forms a steady, reassuring rhythm that feels comforting and familiar at the end of the day. Along the beach, the footprints from earlier hours have faded into smooth stretches of sand. The tide erases them with slow, unhurried movements, leaving behind only the faint glimmer of moonlight resting on the wet shoreline. The simplicity of the scene brings a sense of ease, as though the island itself has slowed to match the gentle rhythm of the night. Farther down the coast, lanterns cast warm circles of light on the pathways leading towards small terraces overlooking the sea. A few people sit quietly beneath the glow, speaking softly or resting in comfortable silence. The gentle sound of glasses, utensils, and distant conversation blends into an easy melody that suits the calmness of the evening. The atmosphere remains peaceful and steady, shaped by simple moments of comfort. Out on the water, the sea becomes a calm, dark mirror that reflects the colours of the sky. Small lights from distant boats drift slowly, creating soft trails upon the surface. The waves move with a quiet consistency that feels grounding and reassuring. Their sound seems to stretch across the entire shoreline, adding a gentle heartbeat to the stillness of the night. The stars grow brighter as the evening deepens. They appear carefully and quietly, one by one at first, then in soft clusters that spread across the open sky. Their faint glow creates a calming sense of depth above the island, making the world feel both peaceful and expansive. The constellations seem to rest in perfect stillness, offering a quiet presence that mirrors the calm of the sea below. The scent of the night carries hints of warm stone, distant cooking, and the lingering salt of the shoreline. It moves in gentle waves with the breeze, creating a familiar reminder of the island's slow evening rhythm. Each inhale feels smooth and restful, shaped by the steady balance of land, air, and sea. Even the smallest sensations settle naturally into the gentle flow of the moment. As the night continues, the warm glow from the horizon fades into deeper blues. The sounds of the shoreline soften even further, leaving behind only the quiet pulse of the waves. The island rests in a peaceful balance, shaped by the calm energy that is carried through every part of the journey. The day closes without hurry, offering a sense of stillness that feels complete and comforting. Aruba becomes a quiet memory of soft beaches, warm evenings, calm waters and gentle landscapes that shift from coast to desert and back again. Each chapter of the island reflects a different tone, yet all share the same steady calm that lingers long after the day ends. As the night sky stretches fully overhead, the journey drifts into a serene quiet, allowing the mind to rest deeply. The final moments settle softly into silence, shaped by the glow of the stars, the movement of the sea, and the calm presence of the island at night. Aruba leaves a gentle imprint, offering a peaceful close to the journey. With the world now quiet and the night sky resting above, sleep arrives naturally, as smooth and steady as the tide that moves along the shore. We hope you enjoyed today's serene journey and found peace in our gentle narration. Do join us next time as we make a relaxing visit to another of the world's most iconic places. Sweet dreams and safe travels until we meet again.